I would like to continue giving you the starting lineup for the Bayou Academy coach, but there's just going to be one small problem in that we are broadcasting this football game from the top row of the stands, and my starting lineup sheet just blew off the stands down about 30 feet here. So,
and Marshall, if there's any moments of silence that go on, it's because we've fallen off the top row up here. We're not very secure, but we'll make it.
We are very close to slipping off into oblivion here on the back of the Bayou Academy stand. I can't give you the Lee Academy starting lineup, and we'll give you that in just a minute, but we're about ready for football here.
By the way, the coach won the toss and elected to receive, Albert.
And Bradley Gordon and Wayne Bolden get deep for the Lee Academy Colts. And number 12, Lee Gladden, will tee the football up at the 40-yard line. A little bit of a brisk wind blowing here tonight, Rich.
Blowing out of the east.
Lee Gladden has the football teed up for Bayou. Bradley Gordon and Wayne Bolden are standing about our 15-yard line. And we're just about ready for football here. Bayou Academy's got a good football team, Rich, expecting a great game.
I tell you what, it's going to be a good game, and the Bayou Colts are going to be extremely fired up for this ball game as we begin the game.
Here, Lee Gladden approaches the football and gets the kick away. And it's going to chase Bradley Gordon back into the end zone, and he's going to back just short of the end zone, and he's coming out. He's going to be tackled at about the 14 to 15-yard line by the Bayou Academy Colts, and that's where the Colts will take over. First down and 10 yards to go from their own 14-yard line.
I'm going to tell you, the Colts from Bayou are going to take it to the Colts from Lee for a while in this ball game because they're fired up. Homecoming for them, and they are like David and Goliath.
We will finish the Bayou Academy lineup for you in just a minute as we have that program now. As my good friend Ricky Lewis, attorney Ricky Lewis, went down and got it for us. Lee Academy coach Bray Cutler with a wide receiver left and a slot to the left. And Eric Williams is close, and Chris Turman is deep out of the I formation. And Chase Maxey, overlooking a four-man Bayou Academy front, is going to give the football to Turman. And Turman's going to be knocked down at about the 15-yard line. Might have got just over the 15 to about the 16 before Bayou Academy youngster knocked him down. That's number 64 for Bayou. Let's give it a number on that. We also have no light out here either, so Bayou may not get a lot of calls tonight because we can't read the program. Coach Bray Cuttle again, and sends Jason Graber wide to the left. Preston Frazier's in the slot to the left. And Eric Williams is close, and Chris Turman's deep out of the I formation. Tight end Scott Flowers is lined up on the right-hand side. And here's the trap to Williams. And Williams is going to get out, going to be stopped just short of the 20-yard line as he tripped up going through the line. Like he had a pretty good hole, Rich.
Had a good hole that time, but Bayou closed quickly and was able to make the tackle.
Brings up third down and 5 yards to go for the Colts now as Lee Academy checks Cooper Tyler into the football game. Let's call it 3rd and 6. And Lee Academy on 3rd down and 6 yards to go from their own 19-yard line. Send Jason Graber wide to the left. Cooper Tyner's in the slot to the left. And Eric Williams is close, and Chris Turman's deep. And Max is going to give the football to Williams. And Williams is going to come right up the middle to about the 26-yard line and going to get first down yardage. Let's give him the 26-yard line. Good blocking up front by the Lee Academy front wall.
I tell you what, Albert, we mentioned the wind earlier. There is a little breeze blowing tonight, and it is, although it's at our back, it is quartering against the Colts right now. So it could cause a little problems if we got into a punting situation early in the first quarter here.
Talked to Coach Weiss and Coach Bradshaw before the football game, and they think we can run against this football team. We'll just have to wait and see. Ivy Dees goes wide to the left, and Cooper Tyner's in the slot to the left. And out of the split backfield now with a tight end lined up on the right-hand side. Bayou in a four-man front. Chase Maxey barking out his signals. Is going to give the football on the veer to Eric Williams, and Eric Williams is going to come out to about the 30-yard line before he's knocked down. Pick up about 4 on the play on first down. Let's give him 5 yards on the play, 2nd down and 5. Jason Graber gets back into the football game. Coach just going to try to knock Bayou off the ball here tonight. Control this clock and keep that football out of that high-powered offense's hand. Cooper Tyner is in the slot to the left now, and Jason Graber split to the left. And once again out of the I formation to give the football to Eric Williams, and Eric Williams is out over the 40-yard line to about the 41-yard line before he's knocked down by number 34. That's Matt Short. But that's first down yardage for Lee Academy, and we're just running the ball right up the middle, Rich.
Right up the middle. I think we've run the ball 5 times, right up the middle every time. Picked up 2 first downs, moving the ball well.
Right behind Matt Sanders and Clay Dabbs and Joey Spinks, Jonathan Poole, and Richard Lewis. Coach Ray Cuttle with wide receivers both sides now. Preston Frazier's to the right, Jason Graber's to the left, and out of the I formation against a 6-man Bayou Academy front. They're just going to stop he sprints out to the left to throw, and Maxey is being chased, going to be knocked down back inside the 40-yard line, at the 36-yard line. Coach was trying to go deep that time, and good coverage by number 12, Lee Gladden, for the Bayou Academy Coach. Coach had a good play call for the defense Bayou was in, but was unable to get it off.
Good coverage by the secondary for Bayou that time. Lee Gladden, we'll hear his name a lot because he's a fine little player.
Loss of 5 on the play. Second down and 15 yards to go now for the Lee Academy Coach. Preston Frazier checks out. Cooper Tyner checks in with a play from Coach Ricky Weiss and Coach Ray Cuttle. 8:38 to go in the first quarter. No score. Jason Graber's wide to the left. Cooper Tyner's wide to the right. And out of the I formation, Maxey looking over a 4-man front. And they're showing blitz, and Maxey's going to run a pitch sweep to Turman. And Turman trying to get to the corner, gets into the secondary, comes out over the 40-yard line, is going to get the 5 yards back, plus about 2 extras. And going to bring up a third down at about 8 for the Lee Academy Coach from their own 43-yard line. Coach controlling the ball here in the first quarter, faced with a big third down play.
I'm going to tell you what, a good lick put on Turman that time by that defensive player, who I failed to pick up, but there's some good hitting going on the field.
And if you'd have brought the light, like I told you to, we could have read the program and got these numbers.
Well, I didn't know he was going to be sitting up in the atmosphere.
Ivy Dees goes wide to the left, and Cooper Tyner's wide to the right. And out of the split backfield, Chase Maxey on third down and 8 yards to go is barking out his signals and going to run a fake draw and going to set a screen up. And got it set up over here to Eric Williams. And Eric Williams is going to get the first down yardage. And down the sideline he goes. And Eric Williams runs over number 20. For Bayou Academy, and a great play call by the Lee Academy coach on third down and 8. And Lee Academy coach are in business, and Bayou Academy split backfield. Chase Maxey on third down and 8 yards to go is barking out his signals and going to run a fake draw and going to set a screen up. And Williams just runs over number 20 for Bayou Academy, and a great play call by the Lee Academy coach on third down and 8. And Lee Academy coach are in business in Bayou Academy territory now. First down and 10 yards to go from the Bayou Academy 36-yard line. Good play call, Rich.
I guarantee you it's the first time it's really worked well this season. This is our 6th ball game, and that's the first time our screen pass to Williams has really worked well. Screen pass to anyone. Might
want to mention both starting running backs for Lee Academy coach are not playing tonight. Shannon Hood and Chuck Scott, both youngsters are out with injuries and will not play. Eric Williams and Chris Turman are playing at the fullback and the tailback slot, and Maxey with a wide receiver to the left and a slot to the left shifts his backs into an I formation and going to run the option play. Going to pitch it to Turman, and Turman's into the secondary, cuts back across the field and gets inside the 30-yard line down to about the 27-yard line before he's knocked down. Before he's knocked down by Dilworth. And Chris Turman, I believe Chase might have checked off to that, Rich, as he shifted him into the I formation out of the split backfield. Brings a pickup of 9 on the play by Turman and brings up 2nd and 1. Preston Frazier checks in for the Lee Academy coach, bringing out Cooper Tyner with a play from Coach Ricky Weiss. And on 2nd down and 1 from Bayou's 27-yard line, Matt Sanders, the all-conference center, leads the offensive line out. Chase Maxey with a split backfield, wide receivers on both sides, barking out his signals, looking over a 4-man Bayou Academy front. And we're going to run the outside veer and just going to give the football to Eric Williams. And our offensive line's knocking them off the ball, Rich.
Playing a good ball game. Good ball game by the coach right now.
That's the first down yardage for the Lee Academy coach inside of Bayou's 25-yard line down to about the 23, and this is just what Coach Marty Bradshaw and Coach Ricky Weiss wanted to do, take this opening kickoff and drive right down the field, eat up the clock, and keep the ball out of this Bayou Academy offense's hands. High formation for the coach. Jason Graber is split to the left with a slot. Cooper Towers in the slot to the left, and Maxey barking out his signals on first down and 10 yards to go. Is going to give on misdirection to Turman, and Turman's going to spin inside the 20-yard line. And the Lee Academy coach are going to fumble, and Bayou Academy is going to recover it. They called him down. They called him down. That's a break for Lee Academy there, as that looked like he might have fumbled that football. But the whistle blew, and then Chris Turman is going to pick up about 2 yards on the play and make it 2nd and 8.
They got some hitting going on out there, Albert.
2nd down and 8 yards to go for the Lee Academy coach now. And we break huddle and send Ivy Dees wide to the left, Cooper Towner wide to the right. And Eric Williams is close, and Chris Turman's deep out of the I formation. Tight end Scott Flowers is lined up on the right-hand side. And Chase Maxey barking out his signals. Bayou showing blitz. He's going to run a pitch sweep to Turman. And Turman's going to dance inside the defensive end. They're going to run the football for first down yardage down inside the 15-yard line. We have a bad angle. We can't really pick up the yard line here. But it's going to be first down yardage for the Lee Academy Colts. It looks like the football is about at the 6-yard line. Rich, can you tell?
I think that's exactly where it is, the 6-yard line. I tell you what, the Colts have done, just like you said, they've done exactly what they wanted to do, taking the ball all the way downfield, have used up almost 7 minutes of time in the first quarter.
Let's call it about the 8-yard line, Rich. First down and goal to go for the Lee Academy Colts from the 8.
Our official spotter says the 9.
And Chase Maxey out of a split backfield with wide receivers to both sides. Sparking out his signals, looking over a 6-man front, going to throw the football on look in to Graber. It's going to be knocked away. Number 12, Lee Gladden, did a good job on defense there as Jason Graber had the football for a minute, but Lee Gladden knocked the football away and brings up 2nd down and goal to go from the 8-yard line for the Lee Academy Colts. 5:15 to go in the first quarter of the football game. Lee Academy has had the ball for the whole quarter. 2nd down and goal to go from the 9-yard line for the Colts. Out of the split backfield, looking over a 6-man Bayou Academy front. The Colts are going to run the option, and Chase Maxey is going to keep it and going to dance down close to the 5-yard line, it looks like, down before he's knocked down. Play that worked well for the Colts last week. Let's give him a gain to the 5. Call it 3rd down and goal to go from the 5.
Again, our official spotter, Mr. Ricky Lewis, says that's correct, the 5-yard line.
Kerry Middleton checks into the football game, along with Bradley Gordon, bring out our 2 wide receivers, which means the Lee Academy Colts will go to a wishbone formation, 2 tight set on 3rd down, and goal to go from the 5. And out of the wishbone with Williams close, Turman and Bradley Gordon deep. Out of the wishbone, Chase Maxey barking out his signals. 2 tight end set. He's going to turn and going to pitch the ball to Gordon. And Gordon's being chased and going to be knocked down for a loss by number 34, Short. That's Matt Short. Came up from his strong safety position and knocked him down. The Lee Academy coach will attempt a field goal here as they have controlled the football for almost 8 minutes of the first quarter. And Jason Graber is going to tee the football up at about the 16-yard line. And this will be a 26-yard field goal attempt by Graber. Snapping will be Laney. Holding will be Chase Maxey. Against a little bit of a wind, Graber snaps back good. The kick is up. The kick's going to be pushed to the right, and Bayou Academy is going to take over. Colts controlled the football for over 8 minutes of the first quarter and came away with no points. And the Lee Academy defense checks onto the football field, and Bayou will have it first down and 10 yards to go from their own 20.
I tell you what, Bayou did what they had to do. They stiffened up and tightened up when they got down in that promised land territory. Denied the Colts of any points after a great ball control first quarter for the Colts here, 8 minutes.
Timeout is called on the field by the officials, the Heat timeout, and we're going to take this timeout to have a 1-minute message from our sponsors. This is Lee Academy football. On first down and 10 yards to go from their own 20-yard line, Bayou Academy out of the I formation are going to want to pitch sweep to Short. And Short, getting good blocking, is going to run the football out over the 25-yard line and going to get close to the first down yardage on the first down. Let's give him about 9 yards on the carry as Short made a good run.
Excellent run that time by Matt Short.
Stoney Stonestreet on the tackle for the Lee Academy Colts, along with Eric Williams, and brings up 2nd down and 1 yard to go now for the Bayou Academy Colts. No score in the football game. First quarter's, we're 9 minutes deep into the first quarter. Bayou breaks huddle and out of the I formation. They send wide receivers on both sides. And the quarterback, Jonathan Crow, is under the center. They shift now. Colts in a 5-man front, and Crow's going to give the football on misdirection, and the youngster's going to get stopped short of the first down, I think. It's Jack Laney, along with Matt Sanders in there, doing a good job for the Lee Academy Colts, and stop him short of the first down. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 1 yard to go now for the Bayou Academy Colts. 3rd and 1 now. Lee Gladden checks into the football game for Bayou with a play from Coach Jerry Crow. And 3rd down and less than a yard for the Bayou Academy Colts with 2:35 to go in the first quarter. Out of the shotgun formation with wide receivers, and Crow is straight back to throw, getting pressure. Is going to try to run the football and just going to throw it in the dirt. Coach got good pressure on Crow that time. Matt Sanders and Scott Flowers doing a good job. And the Lee Academy Colts are going to force the Bayou Academy Colts to punt on 4th down and less than a yard. Picked up 9 yards on 1st down and couldn't pick a first down up after that.
I really don't understand that play call that time. I believe I'd have stayed on the ground for that. It was less than a yard, really.
Shows they got a little respect for your defense. Bradley Gordon and Wayne Bolin are standing at about our 40-yard line to get the punt from Jonathan Crow, and he gets a line drive punt away that's going to be fielded and fumbled by Bolin, and Bolin picks it up, and he's running to the sidelines, and he's going to get to the sidelines, and he is over the 40. He's inside the 50. He's inside the 40, and Jonathan Crow, the punter, is going to knock him out of bounds inside of Bayou Academy's territory at about the 35-yard line, and the Lee Academy Colts need to punch something in here.
I'm going to tell you what, it always happens, Albert, when you kind of mishandle a punt on the return.
Bolin are standing at about our 40-yard line to get the punt from Jonathan Crow, and he gets a line drive punt away that's going to be fielded and fumbled by Bolin, and Bolin picks it up, and he's running to the sidelines, and he's going to punter's going to knock him out of bounds inside of Bayou Academy's territory at about the 35-yard line, and the Lee Academy Colts need to punch something in here.
I'm going to tell you what, it always happens, Albert, when you kind of mishandle a punt on the return. It allows that defense to kind of slack up just a little bit, and it gives you just a little bit of an opening to get going. Set it up around the left side, 2 key blocks, good run.
I will say this. Clay Dabbs at about our 40-yard line threw a bone-crushing block that really sprung Wayne down the sidelines. Good job of running by Wayne Bolin. Colts out of the I formation with Eric Williams close, Chris Turman deep, and back to throw is Maxey looking, throws the football down the middle. It's going to be overthrown. I don't know who he was throwing it to that time, but Chase Maxey looks like a little misread there by somebody. And the Colts throwing on first down, incomplete, comes up 2nd down and 10 yards to go from Bayou's 38-yard line. Preston Frazier checks into the football game for the Colts. I tell you, Rich, I think that first drive was our best drive of the year.
Oh, there's no question about it. The most sustained drive we've had. I mean, I don't know that we've ever held the ball for over 8 minutes.
1:52 to go in the first quarter. Chase Maxey's under the center with out of the I formation and going to give the football on the trap to Eric Williams, and Eric Williams is going to get inside the 35-yard line down to about the 32, and Eric Williams is running hard.
He's running hard. I'm going to tell you, we got 2 great backups for our starters. You know that? Williams and Turman.
Pickup of about 5 on the play, make it 3rd down and 5 yards to go as Cooper Tyner checks into the game for the Lee Academy Colts.
They'd start in a lot of backfields, wouldn't they?
Absolutely. Like every team we've played this year. Matt Sanders leads the offensive line out. Jason Graber goes wide to the right. Cooper Tyner goes in the slot to the right. And out of the I formation against a 6-man Bayou Academy front, we bring motion back to the left in the form of Cooper Tyner. And Maxey's going to run the option and going to pitch it to Turman a little bit behind him. And Turman's dancing, and is going to fight, but it's going to be short of first down yardage. Pitch was a little behind him, and he had to go back and get it. And gave Bayou a chance to get over there on him, and the pursuit caught up with him. Let's give him about a yard on the play. Make it 4th and 4. I think the Colts will go for this here on 4th down and 4 yards to go. And Ivy Dees gets into the football game for the Lee Academy coach, replacing Jason Graber. And Bayou gets in a 4-man front. And they walk the linebacker up there. Now they're in a 5-man front, and we're going to throw the football. And we throw it down, out, and down, and it's overthrown, intended for Ivy Dees, and the Bayou Academy will take over. First down and 10 yards to go from their own 32-yard line. Good job on defense by the Bayou coach that time.
Excellent job on defense by the coach from Bayou. Now it's that turn to play offense.
First down and 10 yards to go now for Bayou from their own 32-yard line.
I'm going to tell you, believe it or not, this first quarter is just about over with. Howard, 17 seconds left, a fast-moving first quarter.
17 seconds to go in the first quarter. Bayou's fitting to run their 4th offensive play of this quarter, as the Colts have controlled the football but have no points to show for it. And they break huddle with a wide receiver left, slot left, and out of an I formation, Jonathan Crow is under the center. Colts in a 5-man front. And Crow is going to give the football to number 24, and he's going to get out over the 35-yard line to about the 36. Colts missed a tackle in the backfield and allowed number 24, that's Clay Cole, to run out just short of the 40-yard line. Let's call it the 38. Pickup of about 7 on the play, 2nd and 3. First quarter's over. No score. We pause 1 minute for this word from our sponsors. This is Lee Academy football.
Hard, so watch them play over in Conway. But anyway.
On the first play of the second quarter, Clay Cole runs the football off left tackle and is going to be stopped for maybe a yard gain on the play. Let's call it 3rd down. Now, let's call it no gain, 3rd and 3. So Bayou faced with another big 3rd down situation here as they get number 80 into the football game. That's Dan Short. And the Colts out of their 5-man front. Bayou trying to get their first down of the night. We have an equipment timeout here as number 24, Clay Cole, seems to have sprung a leak in his shoulder pads. So the Colts control the football in the first quarter but have nothing to show for it. It's just 0-0 with 11:33 to go in the half on Bayou Academy Colts homecoming. And number 24, Cole, is going to have to come out of the football game to get some equipment repair. And 3rd down and 3 yards to go for the Bayou Colts. Jonathan Crow steps into the huddle with a play from Coach Jerry Crow. Father-son combination. And they break huddle out of the I formation with wide receivers both ways. And the Colts in a 5-man front. And Crow is under the center, barking out his signals. Is going to sprint to the left to throw. Is looking, going to throw the football to number 34 out of the backfield. And he's going to get first down yardage out over the 45-yard line into Lee Academy territory. No, they're going to mark it just short of the midfield at the 49-yard line. So number 34, that's Matt Short, out of the backfield from his fullback position in the I formation, makes a nice catch and a nice throw. And the Bayou Academy Colts get their first down of the night, and they have first down and 10 yards to go from their own 49-yard line. Colts need to put pressure on this quarterback, and they're doing a good job giving him protection up front. 5-man front still for the Colts. And Bayou's in an I formation with a wide receiver right, slot right. And Crow is going to give the football off tackle to number 22, and the Colts are going to stuff him for no gain on the play. Clay Dabbs along with Jack Laney, and let's see who else gets up off the bottom of that pile. Number 50, Bradley Rybolt, and 66, Matt Sanders for the Colts. Let's call it no gain on the play. 2nd down and 10 yards to go for the Bayou Academy Colts. 10:28 to go in the first half. Colts get Wayne Bolin into the football game as an extra defensive back. Colts are going to go to a 4-man front now, playing nickel defense. And with one back set, we're backing off in coverage. We're only rushing 3 men. And Crow looking, going to run the football. And it's going to be hit and going to be knocked down inside Lee Academy's territory at the 45. We have a flag on the play.
And I would almost bet you it's going to be a holding penalty, Albert.
That call came from the umpire, so that'll be a holding penalty probably against the Bayou Academy Colts. Holding against the Colts. Colts only rushed 3 men that time. First time we've seen that all year. And that'll be a 10-yard penalty against the Bayou Academy Colts.
Ought to move the ball back to about the 39-yard line from the point of infraction, I believe. The flag sitting right on the 49, the line of scrimmage.
Like to wish the Clarksville Wildcats luck tonight. And their
Ball has a big game
at
home,
key
isn't it?
5A division game against the South Panola Tigers. Coach Jesse Murphy and Coach Jim Hughes. Coach Jim Jennings.
That's all that coaching staff at Clarksville High School.
Second down and 20 now.
Marshall, we want you to kind of tell us how the game is going back home now when you can, okay?
Second down and 20 for Bayou, and the Colts in a 4-man front now with 5 defensive backs into the football game. And Crow is going to try to run a pitch, going to be a busted play, and he's going to spin into the Lee Academy secondary and going to get their 10 yards back that they lost on the penalty back to midfield. It might have been gained 11 on the play. Let's call it 3rd down and 9.
Well, an opportunity there for the Colts to really do some damage, but they were just not able to corral the
big quarterback.
The name of Crow.
That guy's big, isn't he?
He is big.
Bayou has it 3rd down and 9 yards to go now, as that was a busted play for the Bayou Academy Colts. And they break huddle and send wide receiver to the right and a slot to the right. And out of the I formation on 3rd down and 9, Crow is up under the center, barking out his signals, and Colts are in a 4-man front. And they're going to run a pitch sweep to this side, and they're coming up, and number 34 is short. It's going to get very close to first down yardage. And I think he's going to have first down yardage inside of Lee Academy's 40-yard line down to the 36. And that'll be first down yardage on a gain of about 14 yards by Short. So the Bayou Academy Colts have started moving the football here against the Lee Academy Colts. And the Colts will the Bayou Colts will have it first down and 10 yards to go from Lee Academy's 36-yard line. Waiting a play. First down and 10 yards to go for Bayou now from the Lee Academy 36-yard line. Colts get back in their 5-man front. I believe we're going to have to ditch that 4-man front, Rich. And Crow is going to give the football in the trap to number 34, and he's not going to do anything as Kerry Middleton along with Scott Flowers in there, and Bradley Rybolt doing a good job for the Colts, and they stacked that up for no gain, might have even lost a yard. Let's give him a loss of a yard on the play. Second down 11. 8:43 to go in the first half of this football game. On 2nd and 11, Bayou breaks huddle and sends wide receiver to the right and wide receiver left. And out of the I formation with Short close and Cole deep. Crow is under the center and going to run sprint to the right to throw. And the Colts are putting pressure on Crow. And Crow's going to run the football into the secondary and going to get first down yardage inside of Lee Academy's 25-yard line. Going to get very close to the 20-yard line. And that quarterback's a load, Rich.
He's a big boy, and he's a big load when he's running the ball. I tell you what, he's just running left to right and looking for that hole, you know, with the option to pass, but he just wanting to run the ball, I believe.
So Bayou,
it's good secondary coverage by the Lee Academy Colts in the backfield.
Bayou Academy Colts now have first down and 10 yards to go from Lee Academy's 24-yard line. And out of the 5-man front, Bayou sends a wide receiver to the left and a wing to the right. And they bring motion back to the left now. And Crow is going to run a pitch sweep. And the youngster's going to get to the corner. And Eric Williams is going to run him down. And he's going to break a tackle and going to get inside of Lee Academy's 20-yard line down to about the 19, as we have a horrible angle here. We cannot see where the football is. Let's give him the 20-yard line. Pick up a 4 on the play. Second down and 6. Jason Graber on the play for the Lee Academy Colts. Knocks Coles out of bounds.
Actually, I think it's on the 22-yard line. A pickup of about 4 on the play, Albert.
Okay, 2nd down and 6 yards to go.
No,
for the Bayou Academy Colts. And out of the I formation, Crow with wide receivers both sides is under the center. Colts in a 5-man front, and they're going to run a fake, and they're going to trip over his own center's feet. They're going to be thrown for a loss back at the 25-yard line. So Crow got...
Matt Sanders had a big role in that little downing.
Matt Sanders just knocked the center back into the quarterback, Jonathan Crow, and he fell down, loss of about 5 on the play. Brings up 3rd down and 11. 3rd down and 11 yards to go for the Bayou Academy Colts now. 7:24 to go in the first half of this football game. Very fast-moving first half. Lee Academy took off almost the whole first quarter on the opening drive. And they send a wide receiver to the right, wide receiver to the left, and out of the I formation, Jonathan Crow looking over a Lee Academy 5-man front. He gets pressure, throws the football that's going to be caught by Lee Gladden, but it's going to be short of the first down yardage. Inside the 15-yard line down to about the 14-yard line, and it's going to bring up 4th down for the Bayou Academy Colts. 4th down at about 2. So a big play here for the Lee Academy Colts, and the Bayou Academy Colts are going to call time. Time out on the field, 6:44 to go in the first half, no score. We pause 1 minute for this word from our sponsors. This is Lee Academy football. $6:44 to go in the first half of this football game. We have no score. Bayou Academy Colts are faced with a 4th down and 2 yards to go from the Lee Academy, looks like about the 16-yard line. We'll wait maybe the 15-yard. I got to get about to the 14 for a first down. And Crow out of the I formation. Colts in a 5-man front showing blitz. And Crow is going to fumble the snap and is not going to get the first down. The Lee Academy Colts are going to take over. So they were going to run, looked like they were going to run a pass, Rich.
Well, it did, but it just looked like it just was a lot of confusion there when they got to the line of scrimmage and nothing ever happened.
And Lee Academy Colts take over on downs as they stop the Bayou Academy Colts on a big 4th down, and Bayou just shot themselves in the foot that time, Rich. They had a good drive going.
Ain't no question about it. One of the better drives against the Lee Academy Colts that we've seen this year.
6:37 to go in the first half of this football game. I want you to see us run this football now, because I think we can knock these guys off the ball up front. Chase Maxey's into the football game with a play from Coach Ricky Weiss. Clock is running with 6:28 to go in the half. And out of the I formation, Cooper Tyner's wide to the right, Jason Graber's wide to the left, Eric Williams close, and Chris Terman's deep. And Maxey barking out his signals. Going to run a pitch sweep to Terman, and Terman is going to get into the secondary, going to get a block, looking for one more block, and he's in the open, and he's out over the 35-yard line to about the 40-yard line. So Chris Terman's deep, and Maxey barking out his signals. Going to run a pitch sweep to Terman, and Terman yard line to about the 40-yard line, so a good run by Chris Terman. Youngster's doing a good job. It's good blocking by the coach.
It really was good blocking. I think right at the end there, if Terman had kept on the sidelines route, he might have picked up a few more yards. But hey, we're up here and he's down there.
Yeah, and
ain't nobody's trying to tackle us.
And let me say this, he's got a better view of the game than we do.
He's got a better view of them blue shirts than we do.
Coach Bray Cudlin send Jason Graber wide to the left. Preston Frazier's in the slot to the left. And a 4-man front for the Bayou Academy Colts. Eric Williams close, Chris Terman deep. And Maxey barking out his signals, going to give the football to Terman. And Terman's just going to dance over the 40-yard line and get out to about the 43. And a good tackle by number 22 there for the Bayou Academy Colts. That's Hiram Dilworth. Gain of about 3 on the play. Let's give him 2nd and sound. And so let's give him 2 yards on the play. 2nd down and 8. 5:28 to go in the first half of this football game. Colts desperately need to get some points on the board for a half. Coach Bray Cudlin send Jason Graber wide to the left. And Eric Williams is close, and Chris Turman's deep out of the eye on 2nd down and 8. And there's the trap to Williams, and Williams runs the football into Bayou Academy territory into about the 46-yard line before he's knocked down by the Bayou Academy coach, and that's 1st down yardage for the Lee Academy coach. Coach doing a good job blocking up front, Rich. I can't say it enough.
I tell you, 3 plays and almost 40 yards, so, I mean, we're really moving the ball well on the ground.
Eric Williams having a little equipment problem there, is getting it corrected. Coach break huddle, send Cooper Tyner wide to the left, Ivy Dees is wide to the right, and Eric Williams close, Chris Turman deep. Tight end Scott Flowers is lined up on the left-hand side, and Maxey, looking at a Bayou Academy 4-man front, is going to run a pitch sweep to Turman, and Turman, with blockers in front, runs into a blocker and is going to be stopped for about a yard gain on the play, maybe a 2-yard gain on the play, depending on where they spot the football. Let's give him a yard on the play. Makes it 2nd down and 9 yards to go. 4:30 to go in the first half. No score.
Setting it up for a little misdirection, Albert.
Coach get Eric Williams in the football game. No, we get Cooper Tyner in the football game, replacing Ivy Dees. And we're going to a split backfield now with Scott Flowers, tight end, lined up on the right-hand side, and they're kind of open for that little pass to him. Let's see what we do. And Maxey is going to come down the line and going to give the football to Williams, and Williams is going to power his way inside the 40, down to about the 35-yard line, and a good bit of running.
Good running by Eric Williams that time. Another, again, say, ain't many teams that wouldn't have it. Backup boys starting their team.
Yeah, exactly right about that. 1st down and 10 yards to go for the Colts just outside of Bayou Academy's 35-yard line. Preston Fraser's into the football game for the Lee Academy Colts, taking out Cooper Tyner, and Eric Williams is having to come out of the football game. He was shaking up just a little bit. So Stony Stonestreet will be in the football game at fullback. 3:50 to go in the first half of the game. And out of the split backfield, Chase Maxey with tight end Flowers lined up on the left-hand side now. He's barking out his signals. And he's going to give the football to Stonestreet, and Stonestreet's going to drop it. And down the sidelines goes Cole, and he's going to go all the way for it. He ran out of bounds. He ran out of bounds just inside of Lee Academy's territory at about the 42-yard line, and Stoney's is going to give the football to Stonestreet, and just inside of Lee Academy's territory at about the 42-yard line, and Stonestreet and Chase Maxey couldn't get together on the handoff there. The football went on the ground, and Coles, number 24, runs the football inside of Lee Academy territory down to about the 42-yard line, and the Bayou Colts will take over right there. 1st down and 10 yards to go from the Lee Academy 42. Colts shot themselves in the foot that time.
Yeah, we got 2 cartridges on the ground now.
Eric Williams got shaken up the play before and had to come out of the game. And Bayou breaks huddle and sends a wide receiver to the right and a wing to the left. And out of the I formation, Jonathan Crow is under the center on 1st down and 10 yards to go. And they're going to run a pitch sweep out here to number 24, Coles. And Coles is going to be run down by Eric Williams and run out of bounds, bring it close to the 40-yard line, maybe a pickup of about 2 on the play. Good pursuit over there by Eric Williams. Gain about 2 yards on the play, make it 2nd down and 8 yards to go for Bayou now. They're at Lee Academy's 41-yard line. Colts have had 2 good drives tonight and have come up with nothing. Bayou breaks huddle with a split backfield, wide receiver to the right and a slot to the right. And Crow is under the center. He brings motion now back to the right. And back to throw is Crow. He's looking, throws it out here. It's going to be incomplete. Intended for Gladden. Coach got pretty good pressure on Crow that time, but the pass was thrown a little bit low, and Gladden was unable to come up with it and brings up 3rd down and 8 yards to go. 3:10 to go in the first half. We have no score.
I tell you, Albert, you almost have a feeling in this game, whenever the team scores, there's going to be a...
over with.
Yeah, that's right.
Bayou calls timeout. Timeout on the field with 3:10 to go in the half. We pause 1 minute for this word from our sponsors. This is Lee Academy football. Third down and 8 yards to go for the Bayou Academy Colts. And they're in a shotgun formation with trip wide receivers. And Crow gets a bad snap and is going to run up in the pocket and going to throw the football deep downfield. That's going to be intercepted by Eric Graber. And back up the field he comes, looking for a block. Eric Graber runs the football out over the 15-yard line to about the 19-yard line. Formation with trip wide receivers, and Crow gets a bad snap and is going to run up in the pocket and going to throw the football deep down. The 15-yard line to about the 19-yard line, and a good defensive play by Jason Graber. There's a flag on the play, however, and we'll see what this is with 2:57 to go in the half.
It's going to be against Bayou.
Holding against Bayou will be declined, and Crow through the
call might be illegal motion.
Illegal motion against Bayou is going to be declined. The Lee Academy Colts are going to take this football, I'm sure, at about the 19-yard line and go on offense again. As Jason Graber did a good job on defense down there and intercepted a pass which was intended for Lee Gladden, I think, down in the left corner of the end zone. Illegal shift against the Bayou Academy Colts is declined. Lee Academy takes over, first down and 10 yards to go from their own 19-yard line with 2:57 to go in the half. Coach can run on these guys, Rich, I believe. Matt Sanders leads the offensive line out. Cooper Tyner goes wide to the left. Jason Graber's wide to the right. And looking over a 4-man Bayou Academy front, Chase Maxey barking out his signals out of the I formation, and there's a pitch sweep to Bradley Gordon, and Gordon is into the secondary, and he gets looking for one block, and he gets it, and Bradley Gordon just going to drop the football.
He just dropped the football.
And he's going to fall back on it.
He just absolutely dropped it.
He just dropped it, and he over a 4-man Bayou Academy front, Chase Maxey barking out his signals out of the I formation, and there's a pitch.
Dropped the football.
And he's going to fall back on it.
He just absolutely dropped it.
He just dropped it, and he was headed to the promised land. and the Colts are going to recover it at about the 44. I've seen everything now, Rich. I saw a kick in the junior high game backwards into the end zone for a safety last night, and Bradley Gordon just dropped the football at about the 44-yard line as he was headed to the promised land. I know
there was nobody around him.
Nobody feels any worse about it than Bradley Gordon does. Jason Graber goes wide to the left, and Preston Frazier goes wide to the right on 228. And he sprints out to the left to throw, looking, throws the football. That's going to be dropped by Jason Graber. A little bit high. Good coverage out there by Lee Gladden. Football was just about 6 inches too high for Lee Gladden. And second down and 10 yards to go for the Colts now with a little bit of operating room at their own 45-yard line. And Bradley Gordon, who's actually the third-string tailback, broke into the secondary and was headed to the promised land and just dropped the ball.
Now we're having some kind of equipment.
That'll be
with Jason Graber. He's going off the field.
That'll be a highlight for the Sound Computer Center video slow motion replay Thursday night. Slow motion replay Thursday night. And Cooper Tyner goes wide to the right. Ivy Dees is wide to the left, and out of the I formation, Eric Williams is right up the middle, and he gets to midfield on the trap and picks up about 5 yards. Is going to bring up 3rd and 5. Boy, you just feel like the Colts are just an inch away from breaking one all the way here. 3rd down and 5 yards to go for the Lee Academy Colts now. Clock is moving with 1:59. 1:58 to go in the first half of this football game. Pat Sanders leads the offensive line out with a wide receiver to the left and a wide receiver to the right. And on 3rd down and 5 yards to go, Maxey's barking out his signals, looking over a 4-man front. Going to give the football to Eric Williams. And Eric Williams is going to run the football inside the 45-yard line down to about the 41. And we're pushing these guys all over the field. We just can't score.
I'm telling you, we're just moving the ball anywhere we want to move the ball on the ground. If we just hold on to it, I think we're going to score. 1st
down and 10 yards to go for the Lee Academy Colts from Bayou's 42-yard line. Do you see Rusty Rusko, the best stat man in North AAA, over there on the sidelines anywhere?
I hadn't seen him yet.
And Maxey with wide receivers on both sides out of the I formation, sprints out to the left to throw, and looking, and throws the ball deep downfield. It's going to be caught for a touchdown. Jason Graber. Play over there on the sidelines anywhere?
I hadn't seen him yet.
And Maxey with wide receivers on both sides out of the I formation, sprints out to the left to throw, and looking, and throws the ball deep. Jason Graber caught it for a touchdown. And that's going to be a 42-yard scoring play from senior quarterback Chase Maxey to senior wide receiver Jason Graber. And just a great throw and a great catch. And the Lee Academy Colts get their extra point team into the football game to attempt the extra point. And you can just feel the air go out of this Bayou Academy crowd. As Chase Maxey will hold. And Jason's got to kick, and we're going to have a timeout as Jason seems to be shaking up a little bit. And we have timeout on the field. Lee Academy Coach 6, Bayou Academy Coach nothing. We pause 1 minute for this word from our sponsors. This is Lee Academy football. Chase Maxey will hold. Jason Graber will attempt the extra point. Snapping is Laney. The snap is back. The kick is up. Good. The kick is good. Lee Academy 7, Bayou Academy nothing. With 1:18 to go in the first half, we're going to keep it right here as the Lee Academy Colts have struck like lightning. We actually ought to have 3 touchdowns. You don't know the truth about it. But it's 1:18 to go in the first half, and Lee Academy Colts have broken on top 7-0 as a 41-yard bomb from senior quarterback Chase Maxey to senior wide receiver Jason Graber puts the Colts on top. But Bayou Academy's got an excellent offense. Coach Jerry Crow and his son Jonathan Crow, and they can move the football up and down the field via the air. And the Lee Academy defense will be tested with 1:18 to go in the first half to try to keep Bayou out of the end zone before the Half is over. I'm just feeling, man.
I know you are, man. I was going to say I was going to watch another Crow play quarterback tomorrow night over in Conway, Arkansas, you know.
That's right.
Coach Crow's son,
David,
quarterback's at Delta State Statesman, and we'll be over there tomorrow night. Conway, Arkansas, University of Central Arkansas.
And Alan Webster's up here with us, and he's scaring me to death on this back row out here. I wish he would get down maybe one, because it's a long way down, Alan, I promise you that. Jason Graber's got it teed up at the 40, and deep to receive is Lee Gladden, along with Clay Cole for the Bayou Academy Colts. And the Lee Academy kick coverage team, which has been a strong point of our football team all year, they're very aggressive. They hit very hard. There's a big open spot right over that restraining line there. If we could just push one over there, we could recover that thing. Alan O'Brien, who was captain tonight, by the way, has the football, and the ball is going to be fielded by Gladden at the 16-yard line. And right back up the middle he comes, and John Martin Harris, along with Bubba Cheney and Wayne Bolden, are going to be down there to knock Lee Gladden down out over the 30-yard line at about the 34-yard line. And that's where the Bayou Academy Colts will take over. First down and 10 yards to go from their own 34. Coach White's got to be pleased with our offensive performance in the first half, Rich. We just had a couple of miscues.
Yeah, I think he's pleased with the way we're moving the ball. He's probably not too pleased with the fact that he's only got 7 points on the board.
Out of the shotgun formation with wide receivers on both sides, Jonathan Crow looking over a 5-man punt. And the football is snapped over Crow's head, and Jack Laney is going, and Ken Milton is going to pick it up and going to be down at about the 3-yard line, inside the 5. So the Lee Academy Colts, with 50 seconds to go in the first half, are knocking at the door again.
On a timeout, I told you if we ever got the first score, I thought there could be an explosion of scores.
Okay.
Did I tell you that?
Okay, Swami, you're right again.
Karnak,
excuse me. Lee Academy Colts have got first down and goal to go from the Bayou Academy 8-yard line with 46 seconds, and the clock is running to go in the first half of this football game, leading 7-0. And here's a pick sweep out here to Turman, and Turman's going to be thrown for a loss by Short outside the 10 to about the 14-yard line, and the clock is running with 31 seconds to go. Colts in a 2-minute offense now, trying to get the football set. And there's a timeout on the field of play, and the Colts have called time. With 24 seconds to go in the first half.
One thing I don't understand, they used 6 seconds on that clock before they called a timeout.
24 seconds to go in the first half. Colts have called timeout. We pause 1 minute for this word from our sponsors. This is Lee Academy football. Loss of about 4 on the play. Lee Academy has it second down and goal to go from their 12-yard line. We send motion back to the right in the form of Tyner and Jason Graber. And we're going to have an illegal procedure on the play as Graber was moving the same time our motion man was. And you can't have 2 men in motion at the same time.
Or else you'll get a penalty.
That's right. That's going to be an illegal shift against the Lee Academy Colts. That was obvious. As Cooper Tyner was in motion, and Jason Graber tried to take about 2 steps to the inside as Cooper was in motion. So that'll be a 5-yard step off against the Lee Academy Colts, which is going to move the football out to the 18-yard line. And the Colts, being the benefactor of a tremendous break here.
Ball foul?
That is a dead ball foul.
How come we lost 2 seconds on the clock?
I don't know. He's fixing to change it right here. Referees changed it, tell him to hold it 2 seconds before he starts it.
I knew somebody out there saw that clock other than me.
22 seconds to go. This is a big play here, Rich.
Need some points on this scoreboard, Albert.
Second down and goal to go from our 18-yard line. And we send Cooper Tyner wide to the left, and Jason Graber's wide to the right. And Maxey is going to go straight back in the pocket to throw. Is being chased. Is going to throw the football down. It's going to be caught by tight end Scott Flowers. And timeout is called by the Colts. Tyner wide to the left, and Jason Graber's wide to the right. And Maxey is going to go straight back in the pocket to throw. Is being chased. in Scott Flowers. And timeout is called by the Colts with 14 seconds to go in the first half of the football game. Ricky, can you see where the ball is?
Well, it looks like it's on about the 5-yard line.
About the 5-yard line. Colts are probably going to go for a touchdown here with 14 seconds to go. I don't know if the Colts have got another timeout left.
I believe that's all of them.
So we're going to keep it right here. And the Colts will be faced with third down and goal to go from about Bayou's 4-yard line. Good throw and a good catch from senior quarterback Maxey to tight end Scott Flowers. Scott Flowers made a diving catch as he was going out of bounds over there.
Chase Maxey under a lot of pressure that time, having to roll to his left. Hard
looks like
pass to throw, too, rolling to your left and throwing.
And the football's on about the 4-yard line now, as I see the yardstick back there on third down. So with 14 seconds to go, I'm sure the coach will try to throw one into the end zone and then come back and try to kick a field goal. Third down now for the Lee Academy Colts. Bayou in the goal line defense. Doing a good job. Coach Jerry Crow coming off on this side of the field after talking to his defensive unit. And this would be a big lift for the Bayou Academy Colt football team if they can keep the Colts from scoring any points here. And out of the wishbone formation now, the Lee Academy Colts with 2 tight ends. I'm probably going to run a sweep to Bradley Gordon onto this side. And we're not. We're going to throw the football. And we've got wide open, and he's going to catch it for a touchdown.
Great play call.
Out of the wishbone formation. Out of the wishbone. Formation now. The Lee Academy coach with 2 tight ends. I'm probably going to run a sweep to Bradley Gordon onto this side. And we're not. We're going to throw the football. Down.
Great play call.
Out of the wishbone formation. Out of the wishbone formation. Chase Maxey just fakes it, runs the bootleg, and hits junior tight end Scott Flowers in the back of the end zone for the second Lee Academy touchdown of the night. And Lee Academy's jumped on top 13-0. Jason Grover will attempt the 14th point. Chase Maxey holds. Jack Laney snaps. 9 seconds to go in the half. Snap is back. The kick is up. The kick is good. Lee Academy 14, Bayou Academy nothing. We pause 1 minute for this word from our sponsors. Jason Graber has the football teed up at the 40. Clay Coles and Lee Gladden are deep for the Bayou Academy Colts. Alan O'Brien is setting the Lee Academy kickoff team. As the Colts have struck like lightning here in the last 3 minutes of the first half and scored 2 touchdowns. And Graber is going to kick an onside kick, and Bayou is going to fall on it just inside their 40-yard line at about the 37. I don't know if he meant to do that on purpose or if he just missed it.
Well,
8 seconds to go in the first half.
That play only took 1 second, Albert.
We have the LSU clock operator is operating the clock here for the Bayou Academy.
That's one of my good friends up there running the clock, Mr. Johnny G. Glorioso.
First down and 10 yards to go for the Bayou Academy Colts. Colts get Wayne Bolin into the game as our 5th defensive back. Colts will just be in a prevent defense here, I'm sure, as the first half comes to an end. First half is over. Lee Academy Colts 14, Bayou Academy Colts nothing. We'll send it back to the station, and we'll be back with the second half. Maxey jukes the wide receiver and is inside the 20. He's inside the 10 and being pressured by Jack Laney. As the Colts need to put a good defensive charge on here. This football is going to be fielded by Gladden at the 15-yard line, and he breaks out into the open and is going to be knocked down over the 35-yard line at about the 36 by Bradley Rybold, Adam O'Brien, Wayne Boland, Bubba Cheney, and Jack Laney in there doing a good job for the Lee Academy kick team. And Bayou Academy takes it first down and 10 yards to go from their own 36-yard line. So the Lee Academy Colts really kind of had it their way in the first half, but only leading 14-0, and we did not need a letdown to open this second half here. Bayou breaks huddle and sends a wide receiver to the right, a slot to the right, and out of the I formation, Lee Academy Colts in a 5-man front, and Jonathan Crow is under the center. And he's going to run a handoff to number 24, Coles, and Coles is going to be caught by Stony Stonestreet by his jersey, and then finished off by Jason Graber along with Scott Flowers. Pickup of about 7 on the play, and makes it second down and 3 yards to go for the Bayou Academy Colts. So Bayou has made some adjustments in the second half here and get good yardage on first down. Once again out of the 5-man front for the Colts, with a wide receiver left and a wing to the right. And out of the I formation, they send motion. They're going to run a pitch sweep. And they give the foot. And the fumble to Jack Laney is going to fall on it. Great hit by Chuck Flowers from his left defensive end position. And with a wide receiver left and a fall on it. Great hit by Chuck Flowers from his left defensive end position, and Jack Laney falls on the football, and the Lee Academy Colts take over. First down and 10 yards to go from the Bayou Academy 41-yard line. Scott Flowers, a tough kid, Rich.
Well, I'll tell you what, that's just a play there, a defensive play that you just can't hardly afford not to fumble. He was hit so hard.
That was Scott Flowers, wasn't it?
I believe it was.
Ricky, that was Scott Flowers, wasn't it? Okay. Colts break huddle and a split backfield with a wide receiver to the right and a wide receiver to the left. Eric Williams and Chris Turman listening to senior quarterback Chase Maxey. And here comes the dive, and we're going to give it to Williams, and Williams is going to break a tackle, and he's going to get inside the 35-yard line down to about the 33-yard line before he's tackled by number 77 for the Bayou Academy Colts. I'd love to be giving you these youngsters' names, but I can't see the program.
Well, we'll bring a light next week. We'll be at home next week, though, won't we?
Right, against SBEC. Right. Second pickup of 7 on the play. Second down and 3 yards to go for the Lee Academy Colts. They lead in the football game 14-0. And to be frank with you, have absolutely dominated the football game.
Look at the first half statistics. It tells all.
Colts wide receivers right and left, and out of the I formation, Maxey is going to fake and going to look and going to throw the football down. It's going to be overthrown, intended for Cooper Tyner. Football was thrown behind him just a little bit, and Maxey just overthrew him, and the football went out of bounds. And had that football been on target, that would have been a touchdown.
No question about it. Wide open out there. Faked it in the middle, threw deep.
Third down now for the Lee Academy Colts. Third down and 3 yards to go. Colts lead 14-0. Second half just underway. Preston Frazier goes wide to the left. Jason Graber's wide to the right. And Eric Williams and Chris Turman are split behind senior quarterback Maxey. Tight ends lined up on the left-hand side. Looking at a 5-man Bayou Academy front, Chase Maxey is going to take the football and going to give it on the dive to Williams, and Williams is right up the middle, is going to break a tackle and going to get second effort inside the 15-yard line down to about the 13-yard line, and the Lee Academy offensive line is absolutely blowing Bayou off the football.
And I'm going to tell you what, Eric Williams.
Chase Maxey is going to take the football and go. Get second effort inside the 15-yard line down to about the 13-yard line, and the Lee Academy offensive line is absolutely blowing Bayou off the football.
And I'm going to tell you what, Eric Williams is having a career night tonight because that guy has been a workhorse right up the middle, taking the tough shots and getting up and going for more.
You know, when your backup plays that well, it makes those little injuries get better quick, don't it?
For those guys on the sidelines watching.
But I tell you, Shannon Hood, I know Dr. Fields said had one of the worst cases of turf toes he's ever seen. And I saw Shannon at half, and he has had the look in his eyes of really wanting to play. I formation for the Lee Academy Colts. And here's a pitch sweep to Turman, and Turman's going to be hit by number 22 out there for the Bayou Academy Colts. That's Hiram Dilworth, and it's going to be a loss of a yard on the play. And going to bring up second down and 11. So it is a loss of about a yard on the play for the Colts. And on second down, 11 yards to go from the Bayou Academy 15-yard line, Chase Maxey is under the center with his backs in an I formation. On second and 11, they're going to give the football to Turman, and Turman's right up the middle, and on a little bit of second effort, is going to get inside the 10-yard line, down to about the 9-yard line, and there's a flag on the play. So we'll wait and see what this call is. I think Bayou Academy might have been offsides. We'll wait and see what the Colts want to do. Illegal procedure against the Colts is the call, and so that'll bring up second down and 16 yards to go for the Lee Academy Colts. They lead in the football game 14-0 with 8:35 to go in the third quarter. Saw a few radios on the other side over there. They said they're able to pick us up fairly well, Rich. So
I wonder if they can hear us over there now if they'd wave at us. Is anybody waving?
They're waving. They sure are.
Waving?
I see Harry Fraser waving
there
for sure.
Go. Yeah, they must be picking us up over there.
Second down and 16 yards to go for the Lee Academy Colts now, with 8:35 to go in the third quarter. Ivy Dees checks out of the football game. I think that means that Jason Graber is in now. The Colts break huddle. Scott Flowers, the tight end, is going to line up on the right-hand side. And out of the split backfield on second down and 16 yards to go. Straight back to throws Maxey. He throws the fade pattern. It's going to be caught for a touchdown.
Boy, what a catch. What a throw.
Jason Graber. Scott Flowers, the tight end, is going to line up on the right-hand side. And out of the split backfield on second down and 16 yards to go. Down.
Boy, what a catch. What a throw.
Jason Graber caught it for a touchdown. Fell on the ground and the ball fell loose, but the ground cannot cause a fumble, and the Lee Academy Colts have jumped on top 20-0 to start the third quarter.
And we have flags on the play.
That's been a flag after the play was over.
A flag after the play is over. I think that's going to be an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty against the Bayou Academy Colts. We just have to wait and see. Jason Graber will tee the extra point tee up at the 10-yard line. Jack Laney will snap. Chase Maxey will hold. We're waiting to see what it's a touchdown for the Lee Academy Colts. I think that was obvious. Now we'll wait for the call from the official here.
Yep.
Let's see what the call is here.
A lot of discussion going on out there. He's fixing
I think
to come
a
over and talk
youngster
to
for the
coach.
Bayou Academy Colts might have said something that the official did not like.
Yeah,
Dead ball, unsportsmanlike conduct penalty against the Bayou Academy Colts. I think that will be enforced on the kickoff. We'll just have to wait and see.
Discussing it with Coach Crow to let him know what's going on out there on the field.
Jason Graber will tee this football up. They may do this on the extra point. Coach may go for 2. So we'll wait and see.
Can't be anything more than a half a distance to the goal, would it?
That's right.
From the 1.5.
8:17 to go in the third period. Lee Academy Colts have struck like lightning here.
That's
and
what
it's
they
going to
do
be
it.
a half the distance to the goal line penalty against the Bayou Academy Colts for unsportsmanlike conduct. And the Lee Academy Colts will kick the extra point. And Jason Graber has the football teed up now at about the 9-yard line. And Chase Maxey will hold. Jack Laney will snap.
Number 15, Chase Maxey holding.
Colts have shown excellent depth in the offensive backfield tonight, Rich.
Oh, I'm telling you, it's just amazing how those extra jerseys help a football team.
Laney snaps. Graber, Maxey holds. Snap is back. Kick is up.
And it's
the kick is good. Lee Academy 21, Bayou Academy nothing. We pause 1 minute for this word from our sponsors. This is Lee Academy football. Lee Gladden and Clay Coles are deep for the Bayou Academy Colts. Those youngsters have swapped sides, so they're trying to get Clay Cole the football, it looks like. Jason Graber's got it teed up at the 40-yard line. Lee Academy kick coverage team. All their speed players are in the game. And Graber approaches the football and gets the kick away. And it's going to be kicked deep, and it's going to be kicked over Clay Cole's head. It's going to go into the end zone for a touchback. So Jason Graber kicks it into the end zone for a touchback, and Bayou takes over first down and 10 yards to go from their own 20-yard line. They trail in the football game 21-0 with 8:11 to go in the third quarter. Jonathan Crow checks into the football game for Bayou with a play from his dad, Coach Jerry Crow. And Lee Academy defense still in a 5-man front. I see Bradley Rybold in the game at nose tackle now. Check the sidelines over there for Matt, Rich. Make sure he's okay. As Bradley Rybold's at nose tackle.
You think I can see that far away?
And Jonathan Crow out of the I formation is barking out his signals. Here's a pitch sweep out here to Coles. And Coles gets to the corner. Going to be knocked out of bounds by Jason Graber. Out over the 30-yard line to about the 33-yard line. It's going to be first down yardage on first down as Cole makes a nice run. And Graber, number 22, knocks him out of bounds. I see Matt Sanders into the football game now, taking out Richard Lewis. So we're alternating defensive linemen, trying to get him a little bit of rest out there.
I'm going to tell you, if there's been a play that's worked against the Lee Academy Colts tonight, it's been that sweep that they've run just then.
They're getting us outnumbered at the corner, and Clay Cole's done a good job of running the football on the sweep. Wide receiver left and a wing to the right now for Bayou Academy, and they're in an I formation. 5-man front for the Lee Academy Colts. And here's motion back to the left in the form of number 80, and they're going to run the draw play. And Cole's going to follow the football again. And Crow's going to fall on it back inside the 24-yard line. And the Lee Academy Colts are absolutely punishing the Bayou Academy Colts here tonight. As the Colts are thrown for a loss of about 7 yards, brings up second down and 17 yards to go. Rich, Matt Sanders is working on that center's head. Now, I'm just going to tell you.
Oh, I mean, I'm watching it every play.
High formation for Bayou now. They have wide receivers to both sides. Crow's under the center, barking out his signals on second down and 17 yards to go. And he's straight back to throw. He gets a little bit of pressure and throws the football incomplete. intended for number 34 short. That's the play that worked on the big third down for them in the first half, and this time it falls incomplete and brings up third down and 17 yards to go.
I'm going to tell you, it's getting a little breezy down here in Skeene, Mississippi, too, you know.
Beautiful
wish you had
downtown.
that jacket.
Beautiful downtown Scheme.
We're West Skeene, aren't we?
We know I had me a jacket, but I had to give it to one of my old girlfriends here in the stand. She was a little bit cold. Bayou Academy breaks a huddle and sends wide receivers to the right, wide receivers to the left.
Would you mind telling me which one?
And out of the split backfield. Crow straight back in the pocket to throw. Gets protection. Great coverage by Graber. And Graber's going to knock it away and almost intercepted. Good coverage out there by Jason Graber, number 22 for the Colts.
It's a blue and white forward pickup. Tag number B.
They're calling for a blue and white Ford pickup to be moved, and 37 people in the stands have gotten up to go down and move it on fourth down. Crow standing at about his own 10-yard line, gets a good snap, gets the kick away, and it's a spiral kick. It's going to be fielded by Bolin at the 40, and he's running and going to be trapped, and he's going to be tackled at midfield by the Bayou Academy Colts, and the Lee Academy Colts are going to have excellent field position at their own 49-yard line. So the Colt offense comes onto the football field. They lead 21-0 with 6:59 to go in the third quarter. Take over, Rich.
I don't know if I can. Every once in a while we get a little tickled up here, and that just happened to be one of the times that we get a little tickled. But that's all right. Let's get back focused on the ball game.
First down, 10 yards to go for the Lee Academy Colts from their own 49-yard line. Matt Sanders leads the offensive line out. Jason Graber goes wide to the right. Cooper Tyner's going to go wide to the left. And out of the split backfield, looking at a 5-man Bayou Academy front this time, Chase Maxey's barking out his signals, may be checking off, and he's going to take the ball and going to give the football on the veer to Eric Williams. And Eric Williams is just running the football hard inside of Bayou Academy's 45-yard line down to about the 40-yard line. And our offensive line, Matt Sanders and Joey Spinks and Clay Dabbs, Jonathan Poole, and Richard Lewis and Scott Flowers doing a great job up front opening holes for the Lee Academy Colts. And we have timeout for a measurement.
I believe it's a little short.
They now have a traffic jam in the parking lot with all the blue and white pickups that are trying to move out there.
Arkansas, and they'd announced that, the stand would have probably emptied.
Except they would have said a blue and white 63 Ford pickup.
Straight stick. with the chrome pipe sticking up over the cab. I apologize. Second down. Second down and less than a yard to go for the Lee Academy Colts. Colts lead 21-0 with 6:29 to go in the third quarter.
You know, they had a timeout on the
And we have a timeout on the field. With this timeout on the field, we're going to pause 1 minute, thank goodness, for this word from our sponsors. This is Lee Academy Football. We're going to throw a bomb. Oh, my God. What is that? Extra 5 seconds. On the first play after the timeout, the Lee Academy Colts have fumbled the football, and Bayou Academy takes over, first down and 10 yards to go from their own 43. Rich, we got to get back in the game now.
We're back in it.
Jonathan Crow comes into the football game at quarterback for the Bayou Academy Colts, and they have it first down and 10 yards to go from their own 43. Crow breaks huddle and is backs in an I formation with a wide receiver to the right and a slot to the right. They bring motion now back to the left in the form of number 80, and they're going to run a trap to Coles, and he's not going to do anything as Richard Lewis from his left defensive tackle position. That was short. And Richard Lewis from his left defensive tackle position pursuing nicely and knocks short down for a gain of about a yard. Second down and 9 yards to go for Bayou now. Bayou's had a lot of trouble with us up front tonight, Rich.
All night long.
Second down and 9 yards to go, and Bayou breaks huddle and sends a wide receiver to the left, and a slot man is going to come to the left now. And their backs are split behind senior quarterback Crow. Colts in a 5-man front, and they send motion back to the right. And then Crow is going to drop straight back in the pocket to throw. Colts getting pressure, and they're going to miss him, and he's going to run the football, and is going to get loose, maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, and there's a flag on the play. And let's see, that's going to be a personal foul against the Lee Academy Colts, I think. That was number 20, Wayne Bolden comes up and makes a nice tackle, and one Colt youngster came in a little bit late, and that'll be a 15-yard step-off against the Lee Academy Colts and give the Bayou Academy Colts a first down with 5:07 to go in the third quarter of this football game. Football is moved via the penalty inside of Lee Academy's 45-yard line down to the 42-yard line. And Bayou Academy Colts have it now, first down and 10 yards to go from the Lee Academy Colt 42-yard line. Clock is moving, and Bayou Academy breaks huddle and sends a wide receiver to the left and a slot to the left. Still a 5-man front for the Lee Academy Colts with 2 linebackers, 2 corners, and 2 safeties. And they send motion back to the right, and Jonathan Crow is going to go straight back in the pocket and going to throw it out here overthrown, intended for Lee Gladden. 2-step drop by Jonathan Crow. Football was just overthrown, intended for Gladden. Brings up second down and 10 yards to go for the Bayou Academy Colts with 4:47 to go in the third period.
I was going to say we saw him run that play in the pregame warm-ups. Ran it pretty good, too. 2-step back, chunk it.
Jonathan Crow's got a good arm, Rich.
He really does.
He looks like he got a knee brace on his knee. He may be banged up a little bit. Doesn't seem to be very mobile out there. And the Colts have gotten good pressure on him all night, probably pressure like he has not seen this year. Jonathan Crow's under the center, still a 5-man front for the Colts. And Jonathan Crow out of the I formation is going to run a pitch sweep. They're going to get a great block. And Clay Dabbs, oh boy, knock him back at about the 40-yard line. Number 56. And Jonathan Crow out of the I formation is going to run a pitch sweep. About the 40-yard line, number 56, Clay Dabbs, all-conference middle linebacker, 6'3", 235-pound youngster that runs the 200 meters on the track team. Caught Cole, or short. Oh, that was Cole that time. And loss of about a yard on the play brings up third down and 11. So if there was any question about Clay Dabbs' hamstring, I think they've been answered.
Looks like he's in pretty good health to me.
And third down, 11 yards to go for the Bayou Academy Colts. They trail in the football game 21-0 late in the third period. Jonathan Crow on third and 11 is going to drop straight back to throw. Jack Landy going to set a screen up over here, set up nicely, and he's going to get a block. And Short is going to run the football inside of Lee Academy's 30-yard line and going to have first down yardage. That was a good play call by the Bayou Academy coaching staff there. And that's first down and 10 yards to go for Bayou from the Lee Academy 21-yard line. So the Colt defense needs to buckle up here with 3:51 to go in the third quarter of this football game. Colts on top 21-0. Clock is running. Good play call by Coach Jerry Crow. Good execution by the Bayou Academy Colts. And they have first down and 10 yards to go from Lee Academy's 21-yard line. Bayou breaks huddle and sends a wide receiver to the right, wide receiver to the left. Colts in a 5-man front, out of the I formation. Jonathan Crow is under the center. His tight end's lined up on the right-hand side, and they're going to run a fake sweep and going to throw the football deep downfield. It's going to be incomplete, almost intercepted by Jason Graber. 3:23 to go in the third quarter of this football game, and they're trying to go deep against Graber, and I'm telling you, he's on them like a blanket.
I tell you, he's doing a great job out there in that secondary also. Lee Gladden, one of the better receivers in this 2A conference, too. Second
down and 10 yards to go for Bayou now. Jonathan Crow comes to the sidelines and gets the play from his father, head coach Jerry Crow. And they break huddle and send a wide receiver to the right, a wide receiver to the left. And Lee Academy Colt defense has held up all night long, shutting out the Bayou Academy Colts. And here's a fake pitch sweep. And Crow is out here, is going to run the football, is going to be tripped up by number 20, Wayne Bolden. A good play by outside linebacker Wayne Bolden. Came up and tripped up Jonathan Crow. And Crow's going to pick up about 3 yards on the play. And it's going to be 3rd down and 8. So 3rd down and 8 yards to go for the Bayou Academy Colts. Good play by Wayne Bolden, Rich.
And good coverage again in the secondary. I tell you, our defensive backs have done a very, very good job tonight.
They're trying to do something to get this relentless rush off of Jonathan Crow. And they break huddle and send a wide receiver to the right and slot to the right. And their backs are split. Still a 5-man front for the Lee Academy Colts. And Crow is going to sprint, come out and run the option. And is going to cut inside of our end and going to bull down inside of the 15-yard line down to about the 11 or 12-yard line. It's going to get very close to 1st down yardage, but we'll wait and see. If they're short, it'll bring up a 4th down situation.
Looks like it's about
Scott
a yard.
Flowers on the play for the Colts.
Maybe a yard, 2 yards short.
And it's going to be a yard to go. So 4th down and less than a yard to go now for the Bayou Academy Colts. 2:14 to go in the 3rd quarter of this football game. So the Lee Academy defense needs to toughen up here on 4th down. 4th down and a yard to go. And they're in a split backfield. Colts linebackers have walked up a little bit. And Crow on 4th and a yard is going to fake the football and pitch it out here to Coles. And Coles is going to run the football.
He's close to the goal line.
Close to the goal line before he's run out of bounds over there by Stony Stone Street, Bradley Gordon. And that's 1st down yardage inside of Lee Academy's 10-yard line. We're having trouble seeing over here.
Looks like it's about the 6-yard line. I can't really tell. Maybe the 5.
They got it, looks like, at about the, let's call it the 5-yard line. 1st down and goal to go for Bayou from the Lee Academy 5-yard line. The Colts get their extra defensive lineman in the football game for their goal line defense. And Jonathan Crow comes up under the center with split backfield and wide receivers on both sides. And the Colt defense going to run a scat, and they're going to get close to the goal line, but Bayou Academy is going to be in motion. And that's going to be a 5-yard penalty against the Bayou Academy Colts for illegal procedure, as
it looked back to about the 10.
It looked like Lee Gladden out here was moving a little bit before the snap. 1:43 to go in the 3rd quarter. They want a white Toyota moved. A white Toyota. If anybody owns a white Toyota, they want it moved.
It's a Toyota, isn't it?
1st down and goal to go from the 10 for the Bayou Academy Colts. So that penalty is going to cost them as the Colts. There's an illegal motion penalty against the Colts. The Bayou Colts, that is. And moves the football back to the 10-yard line. 1st and goal to go from the 10. Bayou Academy gets a play in from Coach Jerry Crow. 1:43 to go in the 3rd quarter of the football game. Lee Academy Colts on top of the Bayou Academy Colts 21-0. Jonathan Crow's under center with the wide receivers to the right and a wing to the left. And out of the split backfield, he's straight back to throw, getting pressure, throws the football down here. It's going to be pass interference call on the Lee Academy Colts.
It's going to be interference.
Their feet got tangled up, Cooper Tyner and Lee Gladden in the end zone, and that'll be a half the distance to the goal line penalty, I believe, against the Lee Academy Colts. 1:38 to go in the 3rd quarter. Pass interference against the Colts will be a half the distance to the goal line penalty, and a 1st down for the Bayou Academy Colts from the Lee Academy 5. So they're right back where they started. 1st down and goal to go from the 5, and Jonathan Crow gets the play. Bayou in blue pants, blue jerseys, blue headgears. And they break huddle and send a wide receiver to the right, wide receiver to the left, And out of the I formation, the Lee Academy Colt defense needs to buckle down here, and Crow's going to fake it and going to set another screen up. It's going to be caught by Short, and Short's going to get into the end zone for a touchdown. So the Bayou Academy Colts run a screen pass from the 5-yard line and score, and makes it 21-6 with 1 minute and 32 seconds to go in the third quarter. So good play call there by Bayou Academy from Lee Academy's 5 running the screen.
Not often that you see a screen pass run from inside the 10-yard line, but Bayou did it well.
Lee Gladden will attempt the extra point. Jonathan Crow will hold. The Lee Academy Colt defense has been a little bit. The snap is back. The kick is up, and it's blocked. So 21-6 is the score. Lee Academy's Bradley Gordon blocks the extra point, and Lee Academy will get the football back, leading 21-6 with 1:32 to go in the third quarter. We pause. We're going to take this 1-minute break for this word from our sponsors. This is Lee Academy football. Lee Gladden has the football teed up at the 40-yard line. Bradley Gordon and Wayne Bolden are standing at about our 5-yard line to receive this kickoff. Bayou Academy Colts have scored late in the third quarter, and the kick is away, and it's going to be fielded by Bolden at about the 10-yard line. And Wayne Bolden right back up the middle and looking for one block, and he gets out over the 35-yard line, and he's knocked down at about the 36-yard line, and Wayne Bolden was just a step away from carrying that the distance. And Lee Academy gets their offense back into the football game, leading 21-6. And we'll have it first down and 10 yards to go from our 36-yard line. Need anything but a turnover, Rich.
Absolutely. Need to put some points on the board again. I tell you what, we've just been told that Clarksdale is leading South Panola by a score of, 34-20?
35-20 late in the third quarter. So
the Wildcats are doing well.
Chase Maxey under the center, out of the split backfield, is going to run the veer and going to give the football to Eric Williams. And Eric Williams is out over the 40-yard line to about the 47, and that youngster has ran terrific here tonight.
He has been a workhorse for the Colts in the backfield tonight, no question about that.
Pickup of 6 on the play, brings up second down and 4 yards to go. Clock is running with 48 seconds to go in the third quarter. Lee Academy Colts on top, 21-6. Colts at home next week against the SBC Trojans in a AAA Academy Conference football game.
Homecoming.
Also homecoming for the Colts. Jason Graber has wide receiver to the right, and Preston Fraser's wide receiver to the left. And Maxey on second down and 4 yards to go is going to give the football to Williams again, and Williams fumbles the football, but it's going to fall on it after he picks up first down yardage out close to the 50-yard line. Let's call it the 48-yard line, and that'll be first down and 10 yards to go for the Lee Academy Colts from their own 48-yard line. Colts have piled up some numbers here tonight against the Bayou Academy defense, but only have a 21-6 lead to show for it. Colts break huddle and send Jason Graber wide to the left, Cooper Tyner's wide to the right, and Eric Williams is close, and Chris Terman's deep out of the I formation with 5 seconds, 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second. Third quarter's over. Lee Academy Colts 21, Bayou Academy 6. We pause 1 minute for this word from our sponsors. This is Lee Academy football. 65 seconds. Can't help you there. On the first play of the fourth quarter, Eric Williams takes it on the inside trap, runs the football inside of Bayou Academy territory down to the 40-yard line, picks up first down yardage. And for a second unit fullback, Eric Williams is running the ball pretty good, pretty well. Had an old English teacher told me I'd say pretty good all the time.
Is she here tonight?
She's who I gave my coat to.
Okay.
I formation for the Colts and sprinting out to the right to throw, and Max is in trouble, going to be sacked. Back at midfield, number 88, that's Chris Rance Richard. Throws Maxey for a loss of about 10 on the play, brings up second down and 20. The Colts were having success running the football, try to bust the big play, and Maxey was thrown for a loss. 11:07 to go in the football game. Colts on top, 21-6. Colts break huddle and send Jason Graber wide to the right. Cooper Tyner's wide to the left. And out of the split backfield, tight end Scott Flowers is lined up on the left-hand side. Chase Maxey looking at a four-man Bayou Academy front. And here comes the veer again, and Eric Williams is right into the secondary. And I'm telling you right now, our offensive line is doing a number on Bayou. I know we've talked about it a lot, but our offensive line has dominated this football game. And to be perfectly honest with you, we ought to be further ahead than 21-6.
No question about it. And Eric Williams would be running the ball a lot more if it wasn't just probably war slap out.
10:27 to go in the football game. Colts on top, 21-6. And the Lee Academy Colts are going to break huddle and send Preston Frazier will be in the slot to the left. Jason Graber will be in split to the left. And out of the I formation on 3rd down and 4 yards to go, Chase Maxey is under the center with his tight end lined up on the right-hand side. 3rd and 4, 5-man front for Bayou Academy. We shift into a split backfield. Chase is checking off, and he's going to give the football to Williams, and Williams is going to get very close to 1st down yardage. And I tell you, Chase is riding him into the line 4 yards down the field. That's how far we're pushing their guys off the ball. That's close to a 1st down yardage, and it is 1st down yardage. So a good run by Eric Williams. And timeout is called by Bayou Academy. Timeout's on the field. Lee Academy leads 21-6. We pause 1 minute for this word from our sponsors. This is Lee Academy football. From the Bayou Academy 30-yard line, Preston Frazier's wide to the left, and Jason Graber's wide to the right. Tight end Flowers is lined up on the left, and out of the split backfield, looking at a 5-man Bayou Academy front, Maxey is going to give the football to Williams again. He's going to fumble it, and the Bayou Academy Colts are going to fall on it. So Eric Williams and Chase Maxey couldn't get together on the handoff, and Eric Williams fumbles the football, and the Bayou Academy Colts are going to recover it at about their own 20, and he was fixing to run for a little while had he held on to that one. 1st down and 10 yards to go for Bayou. And if Bayou escapes this game losing 21-6, they've got to feel lucky as they break huddle and send a wide receiver to the left and a wing to the right, and out of the I formation, Jonathan Crow, good quarterbacks under the center. They send motion back to the left, and Crow is going to run a handoff to number 24, Coles, and Coles is going to be tackled out over the 25-yard line to about the 27-yard line. Tackled by Clay Dabbs for the Lee Academy Colts. 9:15 to go in the football game. Pickup of 7 on the play, 2nd down and 3 for the Bayou Academy Colts. Bayou Academy, the number 2 ranked team in the AA conference in the state, behind Silliman, Louisiana. And they've stepped up in a league tonight to play the Lee Academy Colts. Should not be penalized much for having the Colts on their schedule. And out of the I formation, Jonathan Crow's under the center, and with wide receivers both ways, he's going to fake and going to run and going to throw a pass down. It's going to be knocked down by Bradley Gordon and almost intercepted.
Boy, he set himself up well for an interception on that one, but just at
Jonathan Crow
knock it down.
Tried to force that football to his wide receiver who was running a post pattern, and Bradley Gordon had it read all the way and almost intercepted it and knocked it down. 3rd down now and 3 yards to go for the Bayou Academy Colts. I tell you, Jonathan Crow got a good arm, Rich.
He's got a good arm, and Lee Gladden has been pretty wide open on that play, too, just coming right back across the middle. I'm surprised he hadn't hit Lee coming across the middle.
8:35 to go in the football game. And Bayou Academy breaks huddle with a wide receiver to the left, wide receiver to the right. Tight ends lined up on the left-hand side. And out of the split backfield, Crow straight back in the pocket to throw, setting the screen up again. And Coles is going to run the football. It's not going to get 1st down yardage, I don't think, as Wayne Bolden along with Stony Stone Street out there doing a good job. And that brings up 4th down for the Bayou Academy Colts. And Bayou gets their punting team into the game. This may be a fake here.
Could be.
Colts get Bradley Gordon back deep and Wayne Bolden. And Jonathan Crow will be standing at about his own 17-yard line. to get this punt off. He gets a high snap, and it's almost blocked by the Colts, and gets a good kick away that Bradley Gordon's just going to get out of the way of, and it's going to be down at the Lee Academy Colt 35-yard line. Colts almost blocked it. Bradley Rybolt and Scott Flowers in there doing a good job for the Colts. Like to got it. And the Colt offense takes over, first down and 10 yards to go from their own 35. I'm sure we'd like to get one more score here before this football game is over. Can you see how much time's left, Rich?
7 minutes and 49 seconds.
7:49 to go in the football game.
I bet Eric Williams carries it the first time.
Wide receiver to the left. Oh, go out on a limb, Rich. Wide receiver to the left and a wide receiver to the right. And out of the I formation, Chase Maxey looking at his 6-man now, Bayou Academy front, and we're going to run the option, going to pitch it to Turman.
Oh, look at here.
And he's got some good blocks in front, and Turman spins into the secondary and gets out over the 45-yard line to about the 40. Now, Bayou Academy front, and we're going to run the option, going to pitch it to Turman. And gets out over the 45-yard line to about the 47. And we have a flag on the play.
I really didn't see the penalty that time.
I believe the Lee Academy Colts are going to be guilty of a clip here,
yeah,
or a hold, so we'll wait and see. Clipping against the Lee Academy Colts. That'll be a 15-yard step off against the Colts, which will negate a good run by junior running back Chris Turman, number 40.
Gonna move the ball back to about the 27-yard line.
So the referee stepping it off here, a 15-yard penalty against the Lee Academy Colts for clipping, and moves the football at the 27. You did that without your calculator, Rich.
I was gonna say that's pretty good without that yardage.
We got to get to the 46-yard line for a first down, so we're going to call it first down and 19 yards to go for the Colts. Colts get Preston Frazier into the football game, replacing Cooper Tyner. Colts have done this without both starting running backs tonight. Shannon Hood and Chuck Scott both on the bench nursing injuries. Both should be back next week. And the Colts out of the I formation have wide receivers to the right and the left. And Chase Maxey is straight back in the pocket to throw, now sprinting to the right. Throws it complete to Preston Frazier, out over the 40-yard line and out to about the 43-yard line where he's knocked down. Preston Frazier have wide receivers to the right and the left, and Chase Maxey is straight back. Line and out to about the 43-yard line where he's knocked down. Preston Frazier's first catch of the year.
And a good one it was.
Nice throw from senior quarterback Chase Maxey. The Colts have it first down and 10 yards to go from their own 43-yard line. The clock is running with a 6:44 to go in the football game. Second down and about 4 now for the Colts. Cooper Tyner checks into the game, bringing out Frazier after a nice throw and a catch from senior quarterback Maxey to Frazier. And a good pattern by Preston Frazier that time. And Chase Maxey drilled him on the numbers, and Preston held on. Split backfield now for the Colts. Wide receivers both ways. 6-man front for Bayou Academy on second down 4. So Lee Academy shifts into an I formation. Williams close, and we're going to run the option. Get it to Turman out here. Turman has gotten a lot of blocks, gets outside, gets inside the 40. Jonathan Crow misses him, and Lee Academy is going to run the football in. On second down 4, so Lee Academy shifts into an I formation. Williams close, and we're going to run the option, get it to turn. And Lee Academy is going to run the football inside of Bayou Academy territory down to about the 21-yard line. And we have pounded them and pounded them and pounded them in the middle. And all of a sudden the outside has opened up.
I'm going to tell you, Albert, it's one thing that I've noticed about Turman in his running. When he gets outside, he has a tendency to want to go back inside just at the last moment. And I think if he would stay outside a little bit longer, it'd be a few more yards downfield.
First down and 10 yards to go for the Colts from the Bayou Academy Colt 31-yard line. Clock is running with 5:57 to go in the football game. Bayou Academy defense looks a little bit tired, Rich.
Oh, no question about it. I tell you,
Colts playing a lot of people here tonight. Coach Ray Cullen send wide receivers to the right and the left. Ivy Dees and Cooper Tyner. And Eric Williams and Chris Turman are split behind Maxey. And Maxey with his tight end lined up on the left-hand side is going to run a draw play to Turman. And Turman, no, we're going to run a fake draw and a screen. And Eric Williams is going to drop it. They faked me off. I thought they ran the draw. So a good fake by Maxey and a good fake by Chris Turman. And the Lee Academy coach tried to set the screen up on the right-hand side, and Eric Williams and Chase Maxey could not connect. And the Colts have second down and 10 yards to go from Bayou Academy's 31-yard line. 5:31 to go in the football game. Colts on top 21-6 and driving here in the fourth quarter. Matt Sanders comes out, leads the offensive line out over the football. Cooper Tyner is wide to the right. Jason Graber's wide to the left. And Maxey, looking at a six-man now, Bayou Academy front, is going to run the veer, going to keep it, and going to be thrown for a loss. They stopped the veer that time as Maxey took it out of the belly of fullback Eric Williams, was trying to run the option pitch, and Chris and Chase got a little too close together. Six-man now, Bayou Academy front. Be thrown for a loss. They stopped the veer that time as Maxey took it out of the belly of fullback Eric Williams, was trying to run the option pitch, and Chris and Chase got a little too close together, and Chase had to eat it, and Bayou throws him for a loss back to the 36-yard line and brings up third down and 15 yards to go. 5 minutes to go in the football game. Colts on top 21-6. Hop in anytime you want to, Rich. I mean, the water's fine, I promise you. Wide receiver left, slot to the left for the Colts. I formation now.
I'm still trying to find that blue and white pickup.
Bayou's gone to their four-man front, and Maxey throws it out here. It's going to be caught by Jason Graber.
On a good
Great
pitch.
play by Graber. Left slot to the left for the Colts. I formation now.
I'm
and
still trying
Bayou's
to
gone.
find that blue and white pickup.
Bayou's gone to their four-man. Graber.
On a good
Great
pitch.
play by Graber inside of Bayou's 30-yard line down to about the 26. Going to be short of first down yardage, however, and going to bring up fourth down and about 5. So that was a 10-yard pickup. I think Jason Graber may be trying to make a statement, Rich.
I think he will, because Jason was the had caught a little brunt of the abuse from the Bayou coach during the week, didn't he?
I think he did.
And I know who did it.
So do I.
And I know what the funeral wreath is.
So do I. Coach Bray Cutler is sending a wide receiver to the right, wide receiver to the left. And Chase Maxey on 4th down and 5 yards to go is under the center and out of the I formation, looking at a 5-man front now for Bayou. And Maxey is straight back to throw and going to throw it over the middle. It's going to be caught for a touchdown. Cooper Tyner. And out of the I formation, looking at a 5-man front now for Bayou. And Maxey is straight back to throw and going to throw it over the down. Cooper Tyner. Chase Maxey throws a 25-yard touchdown pass to Cooper Tyner, and the Colts have jumped on top now, 27-6.
Well, I'm not going to sing Turn Off the Lights, but I'm looking for the light switch.
Chase Maxey will tee it up. Jason Graber will attempt the 28th point for the Lee Academy Colts. Jack Laney will snap. With 3:46 to go in the football game. Snap is back. Kick is up. Kick is good. Lee Academy 28. Bayou Academy 6. We pause 1 minute for this word from our sponsors. This is Lee Academy football. Football up at the 40-yard line. And Bayou Academy will get their kick receiving team into the football game. They trail 28-6 late in the 4th quarter. Rich, take over. I'm starting to pack up here.
I wonder what you're doing. You got your box out? You going to take your headphones off next?
We'd like to remind all of the Bayou Academy fans that
Is there something you want to keep in that box, Albert?
we'll be
Yeah.
playing Humphreys Academy.
We can say that next week we'll be back home on the air at 7:20 SBEC homecoming for the Lee Academy Colts.
Against AAA Academy foe SBEC.
Looking for the second conference win.
Well, they're actually in the other division, so
Well,
it
that's
wouldn't be
right.
a conference win.
Be a AAA win.
Jason Graber's got it teed up at the 40. And Gladden, along with Cole, are deep. And Graber's going to kick the football away, and it's going to be a high kick that's going to be fielded by Cole at about the 20-yard line. And right back up the middle. And Clay Cole is in the secondary, and he's going to go all the way for the touchdown, and he's going to run it all the way back. Clay Cole is going to run the touchdown. Well, they're actually in the other division, so
Well,
it
that's
wouldn't be
right.
a conference win.
Be a AAA win.
Jason Graber's got it teed up at the 40. And Gladden, along with Cole, are deep. And Graber's going to kick the football away, and it's going to be a high kick that's going to be fielded by Cole at about the 20-yard line. He's going to go all the way for the touchdown, and he's going to Clay Cole is going to run the touchdown, the kickoff back for a touchdown with 3 minutes and 33 seconds to go in the football game. Bayou Academy will go for 2, I'm sure, to try to get on the 14th point. And Clay Cole showed good speed, got up the middle, got some good blocking, broke to the outside, and carried it 80 yards for a touchdown. And Lee Academy was comfortably ahead 28-6, and now it's 28-12. And Bayou Academy gets Jonathan Crow into the football game, and they'll go for 2 points here to try to cut the Lee Academy lead in half, 28-14. 28-12 is the score now, and they're going to have to call a timeout. Timeout on the field. They couldn't get the right players on the field. Lee Academy Colts lead 28-12. We pause 1 minute for this word from our sponsors. This is Lee Academy football. Colts will go for a two-point conversion here. They line up with a wide receiver to the left, and they're going to run motion back to the left, and Crow is going to run the option play, and is going to throw it. It's going to be caught in the back of the end zone by tight end number 82. That's William Farmer. And the Lee Academy coach will go on offense after giving up an 80-yard kickoff return to Clay Cole. And I'm sure they will try an onside kick here with 3:33 to go in the football game.
Well, that's amazing how a big play will change the complexion of a ball game, but I tell you...
Oh, we've dominated the game tonight, and just going to, you know, I mean, it's unbelievable they even stayed this close. Bayou Lee Academy's kick receiving team will get onto the football field. And we'll be standing just out over the 45-yard line. I'm sure with our onside kick receiving team into the game, Bayou Academy will attempt an onside kick. Bayou Academy goes on, plays Humphreys Academy
in
Belzona next Friday night. And they go on the road in the conference to play Humphreys Academy. Lee Academy Colts go get back into the AAA next week and play SBC at home at homecoming. Colts get their hands team in the football game, which is their onside kick receiving team. I see George Miller and Bubba Cheney and Cooper Tyner and Andrew Duff, Preston Frazier, Ivy Dees, Chris Lively, Jason Graber and Bradley Gordon are in the football game. Chris Turman and Wayne Bolden are deep for the Colts. They're standing at about the 20, but this is going to be an onside kick. And the Colts, with 3 minutes and 33 seconds to go in this football game, need to recover this thing and run the clock out and get out of here and go home. Short has it teed up at the 40. And Bubba Cheney and George looks like he's kicking right at them. And there's the kick. And it's going to be fallen on by the Lee Academy Colts. Looks like Preston Frazier got on it. And the Colt, it was Preston Frazier. Lee Academy Colts take over first down and 10 yards to go from their own 46-yard line. So the Colts get their offensive team back into the football game, leading 28-14.
Just grind it out on the ground now, Albert, for the last 3 minutes and 32 seconds.
With 3:32 to go in the football game, anything but a turnover here, and we're okay. Lee Academy Colts break huddle, send Jason Graber wide to the left, Cooper Tyner's wide to the right. Scott Flowers, the tight ends, lined up on the right-hand side. And Preston and Chase Maxey out of the I formation, looking at a four-man Bayou Academy front. He's going to give the football straight off tackle to Turman. And Turman's going to battle, get close to midfield, and going to be pushed back.
Took out the official on that play there.
Bayou Academy is going to have it. Lee Academy Colts are going to pick up about 3 yards on the play, brings up second down and 7. Bayou Academy thought they had wrestled the ball away from Chris Turman and had stolen the football, but that's not the way it was. Second down, they gave him 2 yards on the play, second down and 8. Preston Frazier will check into the football game. 2:55 to go in the game now. Preston Frazier's into the game. And Chase with a play from Coach Ricky Weiss. Colts are in the huddle. And we'll break huddle. Better hurry up. We're going to get a delay of game. Jason Graber goes wide to the right. Preston Frazier's wide to the left. Scott Flowers is lined up on the left-hand side. And once again out of the I formation, the Lee Academy Colts looking at a four-man Bayou Academy front wall. And we're going to run the option. We're going to pitch it to Turman. And Turman's going to cut back upfield and going to get down to about Bayou Academy's 45-yard line before he's tripped up. Good blocking out front by lead back Eric Williams. And that's going to bring up third down now. Third down and about 2 yards to go for the Lee Academy Colts. 2:13 to go in the football game. Clock is running. Third down now, 2 yards to go for the Colts. Cooper Tyner checks in with a play from Coach Ricky Weiss. And Lee Academy breaks huddle and sends Jason Graber wide to the left. Cooper Tyner's in the slot to the left. And Eric Williams is close. And Chris Turman's deep out of the I formation. They're showing blitz as they're walking the linebacker up. Now he gets back out. Straight off tackle to Turman. And Turman is into the secondary, gets to the outside, and runs the. And Lee Academy Colts are going to fumble the football, and Bayou's going to recover it. So Chris Turman fumbles the football, And Lee Academy is going to go on defense again from their own, Bayou is going to have the football, first down and 10 yards to go from their own 39-yard line.
I'm going to tell you, you don't need turnovers, and that's about the 5th turnover that the Colts have had tonight, the Lee Academy Colts have had tonight.
So the Colts have gotten a little sloppy here at the end as they lead 28-14 with 1:37 to go in the football game. And Bayou will go on offense, first down and 10 yards to go from their own 38. They trail by 2 touchdowns, however, with 1:34 to go in the game. They break cuddle and send wide receiver to the left, slot to the left. They're in a trip receiver formation now, and Crow is going under the center, and he's straight back in the pocket to throw, and throws it out here incomplete. Intended for Cole, and it brings up second down and 10 yards to go for the Bayou Academy Colts.
We've had trouble with trip receivers before earlier this season. They may have picked it up on the film that they watched.
Pillow Academy drove the length of the field against us last week using this same formation, and I'm sure Coach Jerry Crow spotted that on the film and has put this in for the game. Second down and 10 yards to go for the Lee Academy Colts. 1:22 to go in the football game. Colts on top 28-14. They got trip receivers to the right, one receiver to the left, and out of the shotgun formation, Crow looking at a 5-man Lee Academy front, and they're going to be sacked by Scott Flowers and Phil Dodrell. They were trying to run the shovel pass, Rich, the Utah pass, and number 34 Short looked like he got tripped up there and left Jonathan Crow standing there with nobody to give the football to, and Lee Academy coach sacked Crow. And Lee Academy coach throw Crow for about a 6-yard loss and makes it third down and 16 yards to go.
Under a minute left in the ball game.
Eric Williams gets into the football game for Dodrell, who's nursing an injured knee. And the Colts in a 4-man front now with our nickel defense in the game. Crow straight back to throw. Is going to run up the middle and going to be hit by Dabbs. And Dabbs is going to tackle him along with number 81 Tyner and along with number 20 Wayne Bolden. And Bayou Academy Colts are going to call timeout with 33 seconds to go. And it's going to be fourth down and about 10 yards, fourth and about 9. Timeouts on the field. We're going to pause 1 minute for this word from our sponsors. This is Lee Academy football. 33 seconds to go in the football game. Bayou Academy on fourth down and 9 yards to go out of the shotgun formation. Lee Academy with their nickel defense in the game. High snap, and Crow's going to throw a middle screen to Short. And Short's right up the middle, and he's into the secondary, and the Lee Academy Colts are going to knock him down inside of Lee Academy territory down at about the 35-yard line. So that'll be first down yardage for Bayou Academy Colts. 23 seconds to go in the football game. Bayou setting up their offense now with wide receivers right and left and a split backfield. 23 seconds to go in the game. They're going to set the change and start the clock. I don't think Bayou's got any timeouts left. Clock is running, and Jonathan Crow straight back in the pocket to throw, getting pressure, throws out here, it's incomplete. Intended for number 22 for the Bayou Academy Colts, and Scott Flowers knocks Jonathan Crow down again after he released the football and going to bring up second down and 10. 17 seconds to go in the football game. Colts have gotten a little sloppy here late in the game.
Well, I'm going to tell you that the final score of 28-14 probably is not going to be anywhere close to indicative of the way the Colts really have dominated this football game. But they have gotten a little lax here toward the latter stages of the game.
Bayou gets new wide receiver into the football game, and Jonathan Crow on second down and 10 yards to go from Lee Academy's 35-yard line with 17 seconds to go in the football game. And they'll line up in the shotgun formation with trip receivers again. I don't know why they have me running this all night long. And the Colts in a 4-man front, high snap. And Crow is bidding pressure again and going to throw it over the middle. It's going to be incomplete, intended for Lee Gladden. Crow was knocked down again as the coach got good pressure on Crow again and forced him to get rid of it, and he threw the football low, intended for Gladden with 12 seconds to go in the game. Colts on top 28-14, and are going to win the football game with on third and 10. So Coach Crow has got to be pleased with the way his Bayou Academy coach have battled back here